Welcome to the East Show.
Welcome to the East Show.
I never bought a Louis bag cause I never needed it. I'm from the bottom. That they say you greedy and they want to feed the whole fam. Go cop lambs on the east. Fireplace used to warm my plates. A nigga lying about the pocket of steak. I'm talking hard times. On this beat right here, you might think that this punchlines, but this I really witnessed. This is story time. It's paint time. You can, but you can't make time. But as it goes by, I be higher than the burger, so let Five Guys. I know the homie hit it, shorty, please, why lie? To tell the truth, you can spray them, but I'm my high. I make them bags fall out the sky, like why lie? In middle school, I wore that everything influence, why? Life is not a sample that you can dish back. If I wasn't who I was, would she still call back? Man, the guy's still street. They'll pull up with the pack. Yeah, just the east side of these is Eastside Raps. Yeah, I don't know your homie, then they don't get that. Me and Treat, we a team, 16 with a pack. With 16 with a pack. Me and Treat, we a team, 16 with a pack. I don't need no interruptions when I'm locked in on path. Tap the D&D, then it's off to this cash. Before I hit the G, gotta fill up on gas. MIAs while I make a quick dash. Wow, this zip stink, and I gotta move it fast. I need me a roller with that Snoop cash. Damn, my shit started when they want that meatloaf. I'm the culinary killer, chopping polio. I made my cash, took off the roof, and then I got ghosts. This the life I wanna live, here's to a toast. I'm never back on Town Street where they cook dope. Watching Junior cut it up before we bought more. This is just a portrait of all of my life fortunes. That before I knew what it was, I was bored with it. The struggle put a couple thoughts in them. It generated knots inside my denim. Life is not a sample that you can dish back. If I wasn't who I was, would she still call back? Man, the guy's still street. They'll pull up with the pack. Yeah, just the east side of these is Eastside Raps. If I don't know your homie, then they don't get that. Me and Treat, we a team, 16 with a pack.
What?
With 16 with a pack. Me and Treat, we a team, 16 with a pack.
We here. Welcome to another episode of the T Show.
Yep.
We came back ready, gunning, playing some new music from me. You know what I'm saying? I just had to start it off with me playing some new music from me. Matter of fact, shameless plug, not even shameless, this is righteous. You hear it? This is a righteous plug. Get that new single, Eastside Raps.
Eastside.
August the 26th.
August 27th.
And I need y'all to play that.
Mm-hmm.
I need y'all to play the hell out of that. But what's good, everybody? Here we is back with another episode of the T Show. We here talk about what's real and what's not, we don't feel. So what's good with the people? I got my homie, my brother for life, my frat brother, okay? And if you familiar with the frat brand, with the Few Rap All Trap brand,
Yeah.
if you're familiar with any of those guys, if you're familiar with the texture, you heard me? If you're familiar with the texture of the borough of the frat, and I ain't talking, because everybody might call themselves frat, and everybody might call themselves this, you know, that's cool or whatever.
Yeah.
But we talking about the Few Rap All Trap frat. You understand that? We talking about the future relevant
Yeah.
frat. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you know about those guys, then you know this guy, Pure Doc, is the guy.
Pure Document, Pure Dizzle, Sniffles has been a name that has been given. So yeah, glad to be here.
Yeah, you know, so this is fam. So we came to just speak to the folks. We might talk about a little bit of anything on this episode. The T Show is not about one specific thing, okay? We talk about everything here on this channel.
Yeah.
We both are musicians, artists, if you will say.
And I hate that.
You know, and can still be very creative and very prominent in that sector. So this show could be about anything today, but really I'm happy to have you here, P. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I'm happy to be here. I think we're gonna, tackle some important subject matter and topics, and like I said, I think at the end of the day, like I like this kind of format that you have going on, like this whole
True.
situation.
I'm feeling it.
There's a vibe going on here. I'm feeling very motivated. So,
it's a vibe.
Yeah.
Yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. But so yeah, P. Like before we got in here and started really getting into this episode, what we was talking about is, so just a little backstory if you're not really familiar with the Frat brand and what we do and where we come from and how we glue like we do. We came into this hip hop game 15, 16 years old, like professionally, like, you know, with a label, management, man, rest in peace, Daisha Dawson.
Very interesting. There was a very interesting onboarding process when it came to Frat House, Supreme Team, Ground Zero. There was quite a few different, type folks that decided to make music around the same time, and at the same time, there was a certain individual that decided that they wanted to find talent all at the same time, and that's how a lot of us, it's probably like maybe 15, 20 of us right now.
Right.
There's a lot of us right now that found ourselves joining this fraternity, brotherhood of music, and it was fantastic.
Facts. And so we always sit and we talk about how it was for us coming into the game, and like being underground artists, where underground now is really like popping.
It's viral. It's
like underground is popping.
It's internet.
Right.
Underground is overground because anything you post is in your face.
Yeah, like
seriously. Yeah, there's not a lot of. Yeah, we'll get into that.
Yeah, we'll get into that. But the underground is just like P said, is overground. So it's like now it's cool to be the one that's not, because they want to see you in that little. Oh, they popping over here, like kind of like a Glorilla.
Yeah,
I never had heard of her before the FNF song, and I see that when she came in, she kicked the door down. So it's like
hands up.
Yeah, wherever she was doing that in that section, it was underground till it was overground,
and it was heard
exactly
by Yo Gotti.
Exactly. Yeah. So just coming in the game, when we was coming in the game, the underground wasn't so overground. Like, it was kind of like...
It was grassroots.
Yeah.
It was very, very archaic. Thanks. Probably in a lot of people's terms now. Nowadays, you can just post a video on TikTok, Instagram, a reel or short. YouTube's doing shorts now. Doesn't matter what it is. Like, we're consuming content at such a quick pace.
Yeah.
It's such a small amount of content. It only have to be like 15 to 10 seconds.
Right.
And everybody is just, kind of diving on it just because it's something easily digestible, right?
Right.
And back then it wasn't so easy. You couldn't just go up to anybody with a 10-second anything and expect them to be like on board with what you're doing, right?
And I was just thinking about something, just speaking of all the platforms that you mentioned, while you was talking about the how they receive music now, and it's like going to the studio back then, going to Diamond Productions, just thinking about it, I don't remember getting on YouTube at the studio.
There was no YouTube at that time. Back then, YouTube was. It was a lot of Let's Plays, which was like gaming streamers that was doing a lot of they was recording themselves playing video games, and it was no commentary. It was just hitting play and just watching them play video game. But content wise, it wasn't a lot of anything going on YouTube at that particular time.
Because I'm thinking about that, because I'm like, man, just thinking about it, like, man, we wasn't even on YouTube yet. That came a little bit later, so like really when we was like 15, 16, the texture out here was like, you had to know like a major. Like you had to know a major. You had to know somebody who was like who was plugged in.
To be clear, when we decided to start making music, well, when we had gotten into a position where we knew someone who was wanting to promote our music, the way they wanted to promote our music was they needed to take us up north.
Yeah.
They needed to take us through Washington, D.C., through Philadelphia, through Maryland, through New York, into New York. And that was the process of making music. It was going there, it was freestyling, it was uniforms, it was recording music, it was performing music on stage. There was no, even though the internet was out at that time, it wasn't the same thing because the internet wasn't a position yet where you could like get known for making music. It had a very different responsibility. It was the information superhighway, right?
It definitely wasn't about no music.
It definitely wasn't.
Not
about
yet.
music.
Like even though some artists had .coms coming,
there was
it was there. Like it was
but
building.
But the clout that you can gain from doing your own .com back then was so small.
Yeah,
like it was
no buzz from it.
Yeah,
no buzz.
It was kind of like electric vehicles are right now.
But
like,
you do know what I would do. One thing I do remember when I was going to school, high school years.
Yeah,
I do remember .coms. Were becoming because I would get on Ola.com to read the lyrics of the song. So I do remember that.
Yeah.
We did get on the internet for music, but to access an artist, this song over here was playing on this. Like you really had to be in tune with the artist. You had to be in tune with who you liked and go to that thing to see that thing because it wasn't where it was like when I listen to when I'm on Spotify. And I'm listening to an artist I really rock with. Right now. If I let the song play and it just go off into a playlist, 9 times out of 10, it's gonna introduce me to 3 or 4 new artists. And I'm gonna like that song because it's the same texture as the song that was on the original what I was listening to before the playlist started. So,
and Tej brings up a great point. Back then, when you was making music, it had to be a situation where, for one, you had to be plugged in. If you wanted to download new music, you had to have a recording studio or some type of conglomerate that would come on and would upload your song onto that platform for someone to download.
Right.
And it wasn't, once that song was done, after you was done playing that song, it was it.
That was it.
You had to seek out what you wanted to find. Like I remember back in the day, I used to try to look for old Eminem songs. There were certain other artists, Drag On, Aristotle. There was different artists back then that I wanted to find, but I actually had to look for those artists.
Pause right there. Because you just made a point, and this is gonna all come in full circle. How did you find Thurston Howard?